All right, guys, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. It is March 9th, 2021 on a Tuesday. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join me today and every day, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before we begin, make sure to click bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Turn on notifications, subscribe to our channel, like our videos. Really do appreciate it as always. Helps the channel grow. And let's go ahead and talk market, shall we? Dow Futures now up 111 points, 0.35%. Nasdaq bouncing back after broke that 300 level on QQQ, up 302 points, 2.46%. Guess everyone loves tech again. S&P futures up 1%. Russell 2000 futures up 1.48%. I'm going to talk about that here in a second. Bitcoin is now spot Bitcoin 54,620, flirting with 55,000. Crude futures are basically flat now, 65.03, and gold futures up 2%, with silver futures up 2.66%. 10-year bond, if I can get that going for you. Where's the 10-year at? If I can get that. I'm on CNBC, down 57 basis points, 1.537. There you go. Let's see, euro dollar up 42 pips, 118.89. Dollar yen down 3 pips, 108.87. Copper futures above 4. Well, still above 4, down 2.17%. And the VIX is down 4.12% at 24.42, and the dollar index is down 2.26%. So definitely some risk on today. A couple things that went over yesterday with the live members, excuse me, on YouTube Premium. We went ahead and played Citibank. That was a signal for our members as well. And we also had XLF, which was a unusual options activity for Premium Masterclass. Looked pretty good. Obviously, I'll go ahead and break down the chart. Let's go and maximize this cell here. Looking at C, the thing is that we hit resistance right around here, and we closed it right before the bell. And that was actually probably the smartest thing we did, because we were right at 36% yesterday, right around 11. We fell back down and we came back up. So financials are rotating out today, and we're getting a rotation back into tech. So if you have financials for this week, that kind of hurts a little bit, but you can see that it's down pre-market. We'll go over pre-market here in a bit. So excellent work by closing out that position on Citibank. Sometimes you just want to take profits when you can. Especially the same week stuff. If it was longer term expiry, then I totally get it. One thing I want to look at together here, and I talked about this on Twitter, guys. If you don't follow G.A.R Capital on Twitter, I mean, there's so much free resources that we tweet out, charts that we're watching. Totally worth it. Give us a follow, G.A.R Capital on Twitter. Again, it's free of charge. You can take a look at our stuff. It's really, really cool. I do run the Twitter for the most part, talking charts, talking about what's moving and what's shaking. 222.30. If that does break today, I definitely want to take a look at IWM for some calls. It's right here. You see that resistance level right there? If we can go ahead and break that, and we rejected it yesterday, 222.30. If that breaks, start to look at the 224s, possibly for next week, if not this week. So again, that's something on my watch list for today is IWM. I also have some AAL calls that I've been holding here. It is up pre-market slightly. But again, yesterday I was telling the members that we wanted to break up 100-day moving average, which was done yesterday, which was good to see. Got some movement at the end of the day, and we continued to rally, but then we kind of fell back a little bit after hours. But I'm looking here that we break 22. I had the 22.50 calls on actually 23.5 calls on AAL. So 22 needs to break next. Then we get to 22.5. 22.59 is really the breakout level. I'm expecting to break that by Wednesday, so that's why I'm holding those calls. Let's take a look at XOM, which I have calls as well. Again, down slightly, nothing wild. I'm only, 40 cents away from in the money. So again, I'm still okay with holding it. Again, crude is only down 0.2%. Also tomorrow is crude oil inventories at 10:30 in the morning. Let's see what XOM does with that. I also saw some unusual options activity on AMC yesterday, $10 calls for this week. About 27,000 involved. I had a break of $9.50. Again, that's my level to break. If that does break, take a look at AMC $10 calls for this week. You're getting a nice breakout here. Again, I know it's a meme name. GME is way too expensive to trade, so I think AMC is a nice one here. I looked at Express yesterday, and Express was absolutely on fire. but the volume wasn't there. So you really can't force something that's not there. QQQ, I had an alert right below 300. If 300 would have broke, during business hours, during market hours, I would have shorted. Good thing I didn't, because we bounced quick. So you can see we're right above the 100. We still need a little more to go. I still have the 312 level to really get out of this trend to the downside. If we could break 312.62, then I can say more than likely the closest clear. Again, I said yesterday I think the worst is over. Tech being rotated out and so on and so forth. But up 2.5% is very nice. We still haven't erased the losses from yesterday since we opened up higher. So if we can get back up to around 309 today, that'd be very nice to see. I also saw some dip buying here on Apple as it gaps up yesterday. The thing was that you're trading against the trend here. So again, below the 50, very difficult to want to just trade reversals. It's not easy to do so. So that's why I didn't do any call buying on this dip yesterday. It wasn't very smart. But I did buy some NVIDIA yesterday, some NVIDIA stock. I bought a couple of shares with an investment club. It's way too cheap, NVIDIA, for such a great company. Again, it rolls down just with the Nasdaq, and of course semiconductors took a hit like AMD, but again, love it here. One more stock I'm watching, DKNG, is an absolute monster. Love this name, one of our top 10 of 2021. They're definitely going to go a lot higher. I do believe longer term. I think easily this is a $100 stock down the line, but again, above the 100-day moving average. Maybe, just maybe, we can see if we can get to 68. Again, I'll take a look at the volume and see where we can go, but anything I see, I'll definitely tweet it out and go from there. Let's go over some pre-market movers together, and then I'll answer some questions. Let's see. Nothing really. Apple's up 2.29% on the Nasdaq. Biggest movers, nothing that we really trade. Disney's down 0.69%. We caught that unusual options activity on Disney. We were looking at the 120s. I tweeted it out and hit very quickly. So it was a day trade basically because it's down pre-market. Boeing is up 0.9%. Salesforce up 2.37%. Microsoft, again, if you're heavy tech in your portfolio like I am, I'm heavy growth, today's a nice day. Yesterday was pretty much red for the most part. On the S&P, Tesla got a nice upgrade today. I went ahead and tweeted that out. $900 price target, I believe. Let me see if I can get that. This was the price target on Tesla. 900 price target. Wow. Great company. Again, I still think the growth prospect is there. And I'm going to go ahead and retweet this as well, another Tesla headline. I said at 500, I tweeted that out at 5 and Instagram. If it goes below 500, I'm buying more Tesla. Again, I want deep discounts if I can. If it bounces back up, great. I have shares. Again, it's one of my larger positions in my portfolio. I love the company long term. I love their prospects. Again, people need to understand that, when you're owning stocks, you don't want to own just for the week in front of you, unless you're trading it. If you're an investor and you don't need the money right away, what's the difference if it goes up or down? What does that do? It doesn't really do much unless you're planning to retire in the next year or so. So again, guys, it's all about patience. The best advice I can give you is invest early and invest often. If you can set up your investing like a bill and pay and do it every week or every month or every 2 weeks when you get paid, that's the best way to grow your wealth, is to invest early and invest often. Went ahead and posted the dividend portfolio that we had on Instagram. Got a lot of positive feedback on it. Feel free to use that portfolio. If you guys want to build your own portfolio, I'll give you a quick overview on it. All you got to do is go to FinViz, you go to Stock Screener, and you can literally break it down exactly how you want. Dividend yield that you want, and so on and so forth. And then what you would do is click on it and go from there and see exactly when they actually provide dividends. Now you could do that. What stocks pay dividends monthly? So you can just Google search yourself, and there's tons. There's 8 here on Money US News. There's 7 here, 11. I mean, you could just look that up all you want and go from there and build your portfolio how you want. The way I built our portfolio, I like the way we have it, and we get paid every month. And then TD Ameritrade gives us that income calculator breakdown on the website. So some free great tools from TD Ameritrade. That's the broker I use. Again, I don't work for them. I don't get sponsored by them. It's just a piece of advice that just help. That's it. All right. Good morning. NIO, please. SPY also. Thanks. Yeah. Let's take a look at it. Let me go and update this. All right. Let's take a look at NEO. NEO, nice bounce. It's up about $2 pre-market. It's right at the 50. Nothing really there. Again, I'm holding long term. Nothing's changed. SPY, I have some E-mini futures contracts up. So again, that big level there, that retracement level 385, 85 needs to break. We did tap yesterday as high as 387. Let's see if we get there. DKS. Dick's Sporting Goods, again, they just reported earnings. Not my favorite retailer. I think there's better retailer plays out there like a Costco that's on the cheap. I think Walmart is a better play. I think Target's a better play. I think Amazon's a better play. I think Burlington's a better play. So many better options out there than Dick's Sporting Goods. If you want to get into apparel, very simple. Nike. That's my favorite apparel company. I own Nike and I own Lululemon. Let's see. What do you think about shorting CPE? I don't know what CPE is. Petroleum company. I don't think they have much volume when it comes to puts. But shorting stocks, we don't short stocks. But again, I don't see any reason why to short energy here. NDX, yeah, Nasdaq. Looking at the Nasdaq here. Again, still need to get above 1270, 1267.5. 12,675. Hello. English, please. And if we get above that, then I can see ourselves getting a position, maybe targeting that 200-day. But until then, guys, all we're doing is retracing yesterday's flush. That doesn't really do anything as of yet. Could you please show to check unusual options activity? Yeah, very simple. You go to scan, options hacker, put your volume over 10,000, press scan. Obviously, there's nothing here. And just press yes, and you're ready to go. So scan, options hacker, 10,000 volume, and scan. Nothing really special out of it. It's very simple. Morning Bro, thoughts on EBON. EBON. I don't know what EBON is at all, so I can't give you any kind of information on it. Looking at the chart here, it looks like it's just testing support. What do you think about football end of year? I do like football long term. Let's see. It is up pre-market, but again, you can see pretty ugly price action here. Nothing really to do there. I have an alert at 1889. That's when I'll buy some more. I own the stock. But for the most part, just like most tech, correction territory, if not more. So again, these streaming names, the only streaming name that's really kicked some ass has been Disney. But again, they also have parks. Unless Netflix wants to open an actual theme park, then different story. Jonathan Goodwin's asking about XLF. Yeah, I like XLF long term. Well, not long term, but trading it, you could see that is retesting that high. Again, the daily 34.58. It's only down a couple of cents. You can see a nice flush. Again, fall. Again, rotation out of value, which is energy and financials for the day, and back into banks. You're not getting fresh money in as of yet, where everything is coming up. Yes, you do have some equity inflows, but it's still just rotation from value to growth. Today's all growth. Buy the dip on growth. Or it could be a short squeeze. When a certain level breaks, how long after that break do you decide to enter position? What if it's a false breakout? Well, you have to check the volume and see exactly. Anything could be a false breakout or a false breakdown. Really depends on your conviction. How do you set up your Twitter like that? That's TweetDeck. TweetDeck is the site. It's free. Riot. I don't recommend Riot, really. I recommend just owning Bitcoin itself. I don't think Riot is the best way to do it unless you're trading it. I still think just owning Bitcoin outright just makes life so much easier. TweetDeck. Yep, you're solid. Thank you. Let me see. QYLD covered call income ETF. I don't know much about that. Oh, okay. I recommend. Good looks. Is it worth using margins on TD? That depends on you. If you want to use margins, you can feel free to do so. If you want to buy stocks and just go from there. But again, remember, margin is a loan. I use margin for futures. You have to have futures. You have to have margin to trade futures. So of course I have a margin account. Price to add Roku and Blink. Blink, my level is $20 to buy more. Roku to buy more is, thought I had it here. Let me see if I can bring this up. I have to get this back up here. Right around 302. Right around 302.63. I put 302.09. The next fib. It's right at the 100. It's right at or above, bounce above the 100-day moving average. I think Roku's still an amazing company, and I own it. Have you thought about owning Riot Leaps? No. Morning, Carlos. Do you maintain your PT on Apple for end of the year? Yeah, 180. Oh, absolutely. I still think Apple will bounce back. 180 is my call for the end of the year. Yep. C calls. I had those and I closed them out, and again, they're just pulling back. So again, let's see if we get a bounce back in financials and see if we can ride that. But for right now, we just got out of it yesterday. Zoom. I'm assuming ZM. Zoom is bouncing back. I do not recommend this name whatsoever. Way too expensive. Again, it's purely a COVID play. If COVID gets fixed, what's Zoom going to be? So I don't own it. I'd rather not own it. Nice. QYLD pays monthly dividends at 10. Block, GBTC. GBTC, if you want to, I just think it's better just to own Bitcoin. PLTR calls. PLTR to buy calls above 25.53. If there's one IPO that I'm watching, it's Coinbase. Coinbase will be releasing soon. They're doing a private auction on Nasdaq. I might be buying that IPO. Again, as you know, I'm bullish crypto. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and end it here. I have to get with the YouTube Premium guys. We'll leave it there. Have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you guys on Wednesday. YouTube Premium guys, I'll see you in a couple of minutes. I use, for crypto, I use Coinbase and Coinbase Pro. Any good industrial ETF for portfolio? Oh, shoot. I don't have that with me. If I can find an industrial ETF. I think there's one that's from yeah, the Spider Fund. XLI is the industrial ETF. XLI. Plant-based stocks? No, I don't own any plant-based stocks. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. Catch you guys tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you then. Cheers, guys.